never date a damaged woman. You should never go near a damaged woman at all, not even to fuck, because you never know these days. You might become part of the Me Too craze. But what is a damaged woman? Well, to be honest, there's times where a woman can hide it from you very well. A damaged woman is a girl that has something very traumatic happen in her life, childhood or teen years. To make it clear, it doesn't have to be, that she was raped. It is mainly things like she could have been molested, or, through her relationships, she met a guy that she really liked, but, he would beat her to show his dominance. A lot of girls have daddy issues, which, meaning dad wasn't in her life, so she never knew what to expect from a man's point of view. Or everyone around her, when she wanted something, it was given to her. When she cussed and screamed because she was angry and she couldn't get away, her parents let her get away with it, without explaining to her, you can't throw a fit when you don't get your way. Another example is a girl that is in her teens, not too good looking, or should I say not the pick of the litter. And when she grows into a woman, she develops a body, starts to wear makeup, make herself feel more attractive. And she has the most shittiest attitude. Never could keep a man because she's damaged. So you might ask, how can I tell if a woman's damaged or not? Here's what you do. You do nothing. Just talk to her regular. She'll let you know if she's damaged. You see, the start of a healthy relationship is honesty. Sharing each other's goals. Talking about what they are doing to better themselves in life right now. If you guys are talking about something simple like a song, like a movie, or like she slips in, I hate that song. My ex used to listen to it all the time. Or that movie was annoying because my ex used to like it. She's damaged. Guess what? If you bring up the past out of nowhere, you're damaged as well. And you need to work on yourself. Well, here's another example. If you guys are talking about family, getting to know who you're around most of the time, and you ask the question about her father or mother, and she replies with something like, I only grew up with my mom. My father was never there, and I never needed him. That's a sign that she has daddy problems. You see, a woman with her head in the right place will reply with something like, yeah, I only grew up with my mother, my grandpa, or my uncle, or somebody was a big help in growing up. They did their best to put me in the right path as a father figure. Or something like this. I read a lot, and I had a lot of mentors of father figures. Learned that we are all human, and not everyone's fit to be a father. But I came out alright, or ended up alright, something like that. That's how a non-damaged woman will respond. You see, because she's not counting on a man to be a father figure to her, she's not going to fuck some guy and call him daddy because, she's smart enough to understand that not everyone grows up without both parents. Let me tell you the story because I met a lot of damaged women in my life and a fuckload of them. But there's one in particular that I would like to talk about. Years back, I was fresh off graduation. I lived in Napa Valley at the time, and I moved from there to my mother's house in Huntington Park here in LA. I was new to the city, so of course, I was single. I was out looking for some pussy. I would be lying to you if I said friends. So what I did was I joined a dating app called POF, Plenty of Fish, which is a good hookup app, but there's a lot of weirdos on there, and there's so many damaged women on there, man, it's crazy. But my demographic of a woman I wanted to date was someone I could chill with, someone I could drink with, have fun. So I was swiping, and I came across this girl, very pretty, light hazel eyes, light skin. her profile pic was her standing in front of a metro train drinking a tall can of Modelo. What the fuck was I thinking? Alright, so if that don't scream damage to you, I don't know what will, But anyways, I messaged her. Long story short, we started talking. She lived close by at the time. So, we were getting to know each other, texting for a couple days. And then she stopped texting me. I would wonder, like, what the hell? I guess then, whatever. Then she texted me back about 2 days later saying she's sorry and she has to be honest with me. She told me that she just got out of a abusive, toxic relationship, and she wanted to leave and make sure she was done with them for good, because she lived with them, and that was the first sign. And she said she left. She moved with her dad. Well, she did. So my blue pill self felt sorry for her. I tried to comfort her and tell her, if we work, I'll be a better person for her. Fucking pathetic. She ate that shit up though. She would send me pics of like bruises, busted lips, black eyes, telling me that what she went through. Again, I comforted her over the phone and texting, and we eventually agreed to meet up and go out. And we did. We went to see a long movie. Long story short, she wanted to fuck, but she couldn't because her dad was home, and my house was full of people, so we didn't that night. I mean, I couldn't get a motel. I was fucking broke. Barely had enough for a movie. We took the metro. That's how lame the day was. Long story short, she disappeared a couple days after that, and I was like, fuck, I guess she didn't like me. Which we did have a good time that night, so I didn't understand. Well, I took the loss, and time went by, about a month, and guess what? That bitch texted me back again. I was going on dates and whatnot, so I didn't really care anymore, but I said, why not have some pussy on the side? So we started to talk again, and she tells me she moved to San Diego now with her mother, and she was on a trip for the weekend back to LA, and said to come stay with her. So I did. I met up with her. She gave me a 40 ounce, and we started drinking. Also, we sat on the steps outside the room. She broke down and was saying that she was sorry, that she really likes me. All she could think about was me during her, her move. She sat on my lap and started talking dirty and shit. She said she wanted to fuck me, and she wanted me to come inside her, and I did. I did, and because you see, she knew I wanted to have a kid, from the prior conversations. So she used that against me. Yeah, I was a mess. In another video, I'll talk about depressed kids wanting to start adulthood at a young age to forget about their childhood. But that's for another video. But back to the story. So basically, we made it official. I was officially in a long distance relationship. I used to go back and forth, stay in motels, all that shit. Long story short, after months of fucking her, she couldn't get pregnant. She had me head over heels with the pussy though, and I guess she couldn't get pregnant. It was pretty weird. Well, time went by, and guess what? She left me again. Broke up with me out of nowhere, because I don't know the reason. Well, I didn't know the reason at the time, but I was crushed once again. She erased all social media, so I thought, I checked my brother's Facebook, trying to look for her, find answers, and I did. I found out why she left me. She left me for a fucking guy that just got out of prison. Like, her profile pic was her laying on top of him with his shirt off while he was sleeping, and her laying on top of him, smiling. Man, that's crazy. But come to find out, I was blocked from all her social media. So what did I do? I worked on myself. I started dating, just socially again. After about a month, and guess what happened? The bitch wrote back again, asking, "Are you home?" Man, fucking retarded ass bitch. But I wrote her back this. I said, "Look, I would appreciate it if you start writing me. I met somebody else already, and I really like her, and I do forgive you, but I'll never forget you. I'll never forget, and I'm going to forget you. And please don't ever write back again." And she didn't. But this is when I realized some women are just damaged and broken. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, some women you will never be able to fix, basically. And you shouldn't want to fix a woman, like. But before I go, let me share a quick little story, And it was something she told me, and it was like disturbing. This will be quick. So she told me her and her sister would play this game called The Sims computer. It was a game on the computer and whatnot. You basically live like an alternate life, like a fake life. Well, her sister met some guy on there, and saying, he was her age, and she started talking to him, and really got to like him. And eventually, they talked about sex and sent each other nude pics and stuff. So he just never wanted to meet in real life. So I guess she thought that was weird. And she was good at computers, so yeah, she was pretty good at computers. So what she did was, she looked for his info and got his email address, and to see if he was real, I guess, and whatever. But she found out that he was real. But you want to know the disgusting, disturbing part? She found out the email address was her own dad. Wow, huh? So imagine the things her and her sister had to go through growing up. Like, maybe that's why she's broken. So the moral of the story is, don't date a damaged girl. Just don't.